Hello everyone, I am Minnow. I used to do a lot of PSR, not so much anymore, but I'll be commentating for most of today and a little bit tomorrow as well. Lime was supposed to commentate with me. I hope he still does, I think. I don't know, he's kind of missing right now. Alright, so we have Woodland in the lead using Chimchar. Sorry, I recently woke up and I haven't had my coffee yet, so... I've got my coffee now, just sipping on it. So Woodland going into Wake. I just drank my coffee black. Fire blasting the Shellos. I don't know if that was a misclick. I imagine it dies to CC. Yeah, so 3 runners are using Chimchar and the other 3 are using Piplup. Chimchar is a lot more consistent. It's a lot easier to get on runs with Chimchar, but there's also a lot more RNG in that you have to hit a lot of Fire Blasts. Whereas Piplup has a very consistent endgame, but a very reset-heavy early game. So it's going to be interesting to see how these runs play out. So Woodland dying to Gyarados there, but that's expected. You want to get rid of Intimidate, and Krasnot's a 2-hit KO anyways, so... And I believe he would have been in range of Aqua Jet from Floatzel had he not healed a little bit anyways, so it ended up working out. I'm not going to talk about old school. This is a Pokemon stream. Tackle. Alright, so coming up is the fog route. I don't think it's as bad with Chimchar as it is with Piplup. I should know this. I used to run this game. Like, I have a 342, but it's just been so long. And I've been so detached from PSR. Hopefully, my knowledge comes back to me as I commentate these runs. Coming up is a spinner as well. Cindy, I believe she has a Glameow. You pass her like 4 times, so ideally Woodland doesn't hit her. A little bit risky, but it worked out. So if you're not aware, Generation 4, both Piplup and Chimchar use RNG manipulation for the first good part of the run. The idea is to keep... Well, RNG advances in a predictable way in Generation 4, so the idea is to keep Manip as long as possible, such that you don't get any like wild encounters, and so you can manipulate spinners, and a lot of other things like Pokerus, and specifically for Chimchar, you actually also manipulate a Lucky Egg from a wild Chansey. So that's like very helpful for the run. But that also means that RNG manipulation is easy to lose as well. So if you see a runner like do the wrong movement and like reset or something, it's because they lost Manip. Alright, Lime should be on commentary shortly, so I'll have more to talk about. Not too good at commentating on my own. Are we live?
I think we just might be.
Cool. Yeah. Lime is here now, so we have more to talk about.
Yeah, we have lots to talk about. Interestingly enough, we've got so I don't know. I'm just gonna come right out of the gates and make a big prediction that I think Rubentus is gonna beat his time by like 20 minutes by the end of this. And I'm sure you probably already mentioned that.
20 minutes? Isn't his PB like a 352?
Yeah, exactly. I think 332, just barely doable. So I believe in Rubentus.
Bold prediction.
Yeah. Anybody willing to bet $500 with me on the Rubentus 20-minute PB?
Silence.
Exactly, because everybody knows I'm right.
I think Chimchar will reign supreme.
You think so?
Only because I think Yaxo's the most practiced, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, probably. I don't think Crafted has been playing recently.
It's funny because I was in VC with Crafted yesterday, and he was like last night, like 9 p.m. for him, he couldn't find his platinum cart, and he had to like drive. He like drove over to his mom's house searching for it, and then we were in VC at like midnight for him, learning the minute path. So
okay, that's very funny.
Yeah, it's a lot of D-Rust.
For sure. It looks like Woodland is doing pretty well. Woodland is a pretty veteran runner at this point, I think.
Yeah, he's been around longer than me.
Yeah.
He's always just been around the scene, running Platinum. Been streaming, I think. I don't know, I don't check Twitch that often. I think he's PB'd recently.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the 339 was only from 27 days ago, so could be seeing a Woodland PB as well.
And all of the Piplup runners are in the early game.
That's true. That is true. The stats
So you're a Piplup enjoyer?
I am a Piplup enjoyer. In fact, I think that Piplup, ideally, in Manipulus, I think Piplup can world record by a decent bit. But obviously that would be
It's a tall ask.
yeah, it would be a tall ask. Because the early game is already so terrible with Piplup in Manip. It's worse than Manipulus. But there are some parts that are nicer, because in Manipulus you sort of have to get more XP anyway. It's tough.
Right, and like in Manipulus, Chimchar doesn't get a lucky egg either, so it's...
Right.
Yeah, it's... I think Piplup is better for just glitchless and Manipulus overall. But Chimchar is just way more consistent.
Yeah, just a little more viable. I think at this point, for glitchless, Dexy's 336 was with Chimchar, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think it was, but I'm just gonna check. I know worse.
It was.
Piplup, obvious. Okay.
So we could say pretty much. I mean, at this point, top end relies on Piplup to get like something like a 335, because Worcester got close to a 334, which I feel like is pretty hard for a Chimchar run, because I remember Crafted getting 336 and Dexy getting 336, and it seeming like a pretty dang good time. But also, there's probably still some boundaries to push, some barriers to blitz for sure. So
Yeah, I don't know if was Dexy's 336 done with the new minute route?
maybe not actually.
Because I know Crafted was talking to me about like ideally you like keep Minip all the way up until Chansey and just Minip a Chansey first encounter. And that saves quite a lot of time. But I don't know if his run had that. Also, Crafted reset. I didn't see how he died.
Ah, shoot, yeah, I also just missed that. Was that a lost minute? Okay. Yeah, usually when it's like really sudden, it's just
Yeah.
minute loss. Just sad when you're getting that deep, but it's what Platinum asks of you. Skill issue, yeah. Sometimes people just don't have the skill.
Is that death intentional? I don't think it is. That's Staraptor for Woodland.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, that's really tough. No revives. Might be seeing a reset here too, unless Woodland wants to try to just power through it, and take like the wipe. Because Woodland is much deeper than anybody else right now, so it might be comfortable to try to just like get the late game practice in and finish a run, but also that is a really
he'd have
annoying
to go
death.
all the way. He'd have to fly back to Jubilee.
Right.
And
Yeah.
As the spinner again, I would just reset.
Yeah, it is a lot to get back. That's probably one of the more costly deaths in the run.
That's unfortunate. That's the thing with Chimchar. There's a lot of places where if you miss a fire blast, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Empoleon is sort of, while also being like an emperor sort of king Pokemon, Empoleon is also the king of just having broken moves that don't miss.
Yeah, Piplup doesn't use any moves that can't miss.
Yeah,
That can miss. Isn't that crazy?
it is crazy. Get to use
like
Surf.
all it needs to use is Surf.
It's like you check like the E4 notes and it's like Surf times 25 or whatever the fuck the number is. I'm kind of cooked right now. Alright, so now everybody's in the early game, so we've got we're gonna be looking for any like breakaways here. Anybody who can get ahead of the pack. March and Go both at catching tutorial, so or actually yeah, so also at catching tutorial.
Could we get the streams shifted? There we go. I don't know, like, we can talk about RNG manipulation, but, like, I mean, I don't know how in-depth we should go.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about it a little bit already. But yeah, I think with Piplup, you have to keep Minip at least until Galactic Double, but, like, ideally, you keep it as long as you can.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get Pokerus off of Galactic Double, at least in the Piplup route.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm actually gonna open up the notes for both routes, I think.
Yeah, I should do that as well.
help keep us on track.
This is making me miss PSR a little bit.
For sure. Yeah, we're both really old and washed up, etc., etc. I was never good, but you know what I mean.
I was only okay at Gen 5.
It's true.
I'll come back if someone breaks my White 2 record. It's like White 2 still has a lot of tech that could be implemented.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you still have the White 2 record. That was a nice run, I remember that.
Yeah, I got, it was 308 at that time was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'd only been running it for like a week and a half or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure 2DS can get it if he just grinds out the game, but yeah, he was like, there's so much in White 2. Like, if this was a White 2 Barrier Blitz, I'd have so much more to talk about, because I've done a little bit of routing for White 2 in the past year, but yeah, there's a lot to improve on. What was the last PSR run you did, Lime?
Coliseum.
Right.
I like barely finished a couple of runs, and then it's a fun run. I think if I came back to PSR, I'd probably be playing Coliseum. Because that game gives you so much to think about while you're playing. There's like some downtime, but you're mostly all just sort of like trying to figure out what the hell is going on the whole time. And I enjoy that feeling.
The double battles, I guess that all stems just from double battles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Also partly why I sort of played Manipless more in general. It's, to me at least, I feel like it's nice to sort of have that mostly early game variance where you're trying to figure out what to do and what's going on.
I really enjoy like the random stats you get in Manipless and just working things out, and just a lot of the time you just end up doing really different strats. Which keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know, I looked at Kahlo and the manip at the start doesn't look that bad, but like, I don't know, there's no movement in the game, in the run, so that kind of turned me away.
No movement is like kind of annoying, but there's still like micro optimizations in the movement, you know what I mean? Like, still trying to cut corners really well. There's some stuff that Zakiki does that's pretty neat actually, when you like get familiar with the game engine and then you watch back his run. It's interesting to see all the spots where you're like, oh, he's actually saving like a few seconds over me by actually taking like the best path, or, you know, very slightly moving his stick so that he can talk to the NPC from as far away as possible, etc., etc. And then menuing is pretty hard in that game, and there's a lot to get good at in the menuing.
Yeah, I was gonna mention, like, I specifically remember like this TM menu, I think, in the Underground, and that because I used to watch
right
a lot, and like that menu specifically, I just remember like having a bunch of quick inputs.
Yeah, that's the Twisted Spoon menu. Like right after you catch Meditite, you just equip Twisted Spoon and you end up swapping a bunch of stuff around. That's probably the menu that I ended up practicing the most because it was fun, and Zeke really wanted me to like get it the execution in the game.
Zeke is like I think the most modest Pokemon runner I've seen that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very good at the games he plays. He just I don't know. He's always trash talking himself.
Yeah, for sure.
They're both. This is a cool comparison. They're both tied up. Yaxo, like, almost 3 minutes ahead of Skoa, but
Right.
that's because I think Skoa caught like 2 other Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
Piplup, you've gotta catch a few more.
What's the Platinum Any % route like? Any % implies glitched. This is glitchless.
Yeah, so we've got glitchless, and probably the most unique thing about Pokemon Platinum compared to other DS Pokemon speedruns is that you've got sort of 2 viable mains. You got 2 routes that you can potentially go through. There's Piplup and Chimchar, and Piplup is sort of known for having a much more volatile early game, where you can take a bunch of deaths. You're a bit more subject to random numbers, just a little bit more subject. And then Chimchar has a bit more of a consistent early game, but middle and late game, you might run into a couple more issues. There are just a couple more problematic spots, and it seems to be the case that top end Piplup is faster. You just have to get all the stars aligned right, and you gotta play really well.
Yeah, you just have to not get screwed over by the first couple, like the first hour of the run.
Right.
Like even if you look at it as like a casual gamer, like Piplup has to face. Well, okay, I was gonna say Rourke. You would think that Piplup does really well against Rourke, but you're not that high a level, and Bubble is only 20 base power, so it's really bad.
Yeah.
But also Gardenia, grass type gym leader. Obviously, Prinplup isn't going to do that well against it, whereas Chimchar just clicks Flame Wheel and wins.
Yeah. And then for glitched, Golduck Hunter in chat points out that glitched actually has a really interesting route now, where you can do battle RNG even up to fight Rourke as level 10 Chimchar. I remember March was working on that a good bit.
Yeah, we have tools to search for identifiers and for just general win clusters now.
It's really fire.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. What kind of execution is required to keep Manip? It's easier to answer that question by explaining like how RNG advances. So like in most cases, the only thing that really advances RNG in the overworld, if you're not doing anything, are NPCs that can like turn or move. So if you're entering an area with NPCs and you always take the same like amount of frames to get from one spot to another, like if you're going to the Pokemon Center from exiting the cave or whatever, then RNG is always going to advance the same amount. So if you take an extra step, though, then RNG will likely advance too far, and that would mess up Minip. Additionally, if there's a text box on screen, RNG will generally not advance because NPCs won't move while there's the text box. There are exceptions, like after a battle, RNG does advance, like, as in NPCs do move, and so there are ways to work around that. But for the most part, if you just keep your movement consistent, you'll keep minute.
Yeah, and there are also some parts where, like in Jubilife, you just have some variance, so the path is mapped out so that you'll do things like bonk against an NPC who's moving a certain way so that you sort of realign with the path.
The bonking is really cool. I think it was MK that discovered that. Because you have to talk to all these NPCs in Jubilife, yeah, for like the clown contest or whatever, and because you can't consistently talk to each NPC frame perfectly, you bonk on NPCs to like align your RNG to make sure that you always get to the same tile in the same amount of frames, and that like keeps it consistent essentially. Fashion Case is complicated because of load lines, but we have tools that can search for clusters. What's really cool about Gen 4 Minip is that, like, it's kind of solved in a way. Like, if you know what NPCs are on screen and, like, where the RNG is, you can write, people have done this, you can write scripts that predict how RNG will advance and, like, search for clusters where RNG might be more lenient with like clearing text boxes. So it's really cool, like how flexible Gen 4 is.
No, Gen 4 manips are consistent across DSs.
Yeah, it's only Gen 5 that uses your DS MAC address for seeding. I get probably Gen 6 and 7 as well, but you can't really RNG manipulate in those.
Right.
That's another thing I really like about Gen 5, just creating your own minips.
Yeah, it is nice that Gen 5 sort of gets you familiar with that process, if that's like a run that you start with even.
It is more of a learning curve, but if you started with Gen 5, you'd have a much easier time understanding Gen 4 RNG.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, overworld RNG is very similar between the two generations.
Alright.
You can answer this one.
Oh, I was just gonna talk about Go got past Rourke.
Oh shit, yeah.
DP is very interesting. Actually, Diamond and Pearl don't have the route divergence you see in Platinum, where people choose either like Piplup or Chimchar. Diamond and Pearl is pretty much just Chimchar only.
Yeah, because of hidden power.
Right. In Diamond and Pearl, you get hidden power really early. And that move is really awesome on Chimchar. It makes Rourke super, well, not super easy to deal with, but definitely makes the fight feel a bit better than, you know, having to fight him with Chimchar. Although now we have Battle Manip, so in Platinum.
Yeah,
HP Grass are
got two runners past Rourke. Rourke is by far the worst fight in the game for a Piplup. Biggest run killer, so it's good to see.
That is correct.
Yep.
But yeah, Diamond and Pearl are fun. Diamond and Pearl actually is interesting because the game engine just doesn't have as much polish as Platinum or Heart Gold Soul Silver, so it is a bit slower. Like in battles, it's optimal to mash before the HP bar starts draining, because if you don't, it'll sort of linger for a little bit longer. The HP bars themselves are pretty slow as well, even with that mash input. You know, it doesn't actually make the bar go faster. And so whenever people sort of talk about Gen 4 being slow, they're usually just sort of talking about Diamond and Pearl, because I think Plat and Heart Gold Soul Silver increase the speed a good bit.
Yeah, the DP battle engine's just really slow and unoptimized. And also, in DP, trainers have not completely random AI, but
it's mostly random, yeah.
Yeah, if they can use a move, if they can use a move that's like, they're not going to use like Shadow Ball on a normal type, but like otherwise they're 1 in 4 to use any of their moves, or like any of the moves that they choose are random. So
yeah. It can be very hard to account for what your opponent trainer is going to do. You can't really, like, make any setups usually from that sort of thing.
But it also allows you to, like, YOLO a lot more things. It's similar to Red in that regard. Or just, like, Gen 1.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl is interesting because there's a lot more you can YOLO, and I think you maybe use Fire Blast more. I don't know. It probably ends up being similar, but there are a good amount of Fire Blasts to use because.
That's correct, Drywall. It's crazy. You can be against Cynthia, her like 20 HP against her Garchomp, and she only has a 1 in 4 chance of using Earthquake.
Yep.
It's weird too because in DP, like, double battles have normal like AI mechanics. It's just single battles that are like this, or at least like double battles have some amount of smart AI. You would think it's the other way around, but no.
But yeah, that's also an interesting thing to note. Diamond and Pearl also used to use Palkia until Lucky Egg Manip, and then you were able to use Chimchar all the way through, I think. Which helps out Diamond and Pearl a decent bit. But Palkia is still pretty fast, honestly. You can you could manip Chimchar and use Palkia and get like a okay time. A category that I invested a lot of time into in Diamond and Pearl was Manipless. One interesting thing about the Manipless AI is that at the very end of the game on Cynthia, you're kind of just hoping that she won't use Embargo. So you can set up on her Spiritomb. And so the fight changes pretty dramatically based on whether you get like a turn 1, turn 2, or turn 3 Embargo. You're hoping for turn 3-ish or later. Because you want to, you know, set up X items, which are like the most overpowered moves, or most overpowered items in all of Pokemon.
Yeah, March and Skoa are like very pretty much tied.
Yeah, I wanted to mention earlier, it is interesting how they're so tied up that it sort of basically looks like a race.
Yeah.
March is only like 12 seconds behind on the timer. both runs equally bad too. I did notice that March lost some time on Rourke. Oh, you also missed a Rourke identifier? Okay. I didn't notice your Rourke fight. That sucks.
Yeah, so I believe they use identifiers on Rourke and also Gardenia. I don't know if there's anything else. Any other fights?
March did just get double crit by Stunky's Fury Slimes.
And March was telling me about, like, apparently it improves the Gardenia win rate from like 76% to 85, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, that is pretty massive. Also, something to note is Rubentus is starting to catch up a bit. Crafted and Yaxo still early game vibing. At this point, get a run on the board for 5th place payout. Yeah, it's tough. It's harder than it sounds in these.
I feel like that would be the strat
games.
though. It's just like your first run of the day, just make it like a no reset.
Yeah.
And then you can just go hard on resets.
For sure.
Probably better for the mental as well.
Yeah, it would make you feel a little bit more comfortable. Or, depending on your perspective, you could end up feeling like there's a target on your back. Maybe none of these people, maybe none of them want to finish a run because they don't want people trying to beat their time. Focus, go.
This Gleamia outspeeds you and can go for Hypnosis, so could lose quite a bit of time to it.
Yeah, this Glamio fight is also really annoying. There are also some small differences in early game with Piplup and Chimchar, and that fight is just so trivial with Chimchar. But with Piplup, it's really stupid.
See if March gets a better fight.
Yeah. Definitely hoping for a better one. Could be a place to make up some time on Go in this race, this official race that's happening right now. Go does not hit the spinner, so. Whoa. Alright, welcome back, Rubentus.
Yeah. Hey, link my Twitch as well.
Get in. Did you put it in the Google form?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh, okay.
I guess I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. You shouldn't put Minnow's Twitch on there, just to punish him for his stupid mistake. Wow, my favorite Aurus runner. Minnow. Minnow, are you playing RuneScape right now? You can be honest. Yeah.
Just training Runecraft. I think Jester's the only one that will understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say whatever that means.
Alright. Alright, we've got 3 runs past... Oh no, wait. Granidos still has to come out. Okay. Easy fight.
Easy, easy. And it looks like March is gonna safely get through Mars as well.
Coming up is the Pachirisu double.
Right. This fight, is pretty. It can be annoying for both Pokemon, but it's definitely more annoying for Piplup. Is this encounter intentional? I presume it is to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you want to get PP back as well.
Right.
Egg Bomb critical. Love to see it.
Is he putting in work?
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, you're sort of just really hoping for not paralysis, because that's when a whole bunch of variants gets introduced.
Yeah.
And soft boiled is also annoying.
Hit through para, at least. Thankfully, you get healed after every double battle here, so you don't have to worry about the paralysis if you win.
Sure. And it looks like... Nice. Skoyogo does manage to safely finish the fight.
I guess it is possible to die to this Abra fight if you get like... Is it? Yeah, if you got like triple crit, I think.
Yeah, I guess if you do get hit 3 times.
They do
right?
outspeed you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I never noticed that. It's going to happen now because of commentator's curse. Be a commentator's blessing, honestly.
I don't think it's that unlikely, because I think only 2 of the hidden powers need to crit to kill. You don't need 3.
Hmm.
Not to
I'm here to see. Oh, but also it has to target.
Oh yeah, that's the target, so it's like 1 in 5, 12 or something.
Yeah.
The nice thing about DP is that it doesn't have all these like Cyrus cutscenes.
True.
Liquor cutscenes.
Has fewer cutscenes, fewer random cutscenes.
Herb Shop is kind of overpowered. Some energy roots heal 200.
True. It's funny because when I was a little kid, I was always scared to use energy roots and stuff. I didn't want my Pokemon to hate me. But now I spam them.
I believe both runners still have Minip, although I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't notice anything strange. Skogogo did pull ahead pretty significantly.
Yeah, was that from, I guess, Pachirisu and Rugly, I guess? 'Cause
Yeah,
they both had a pretty bad Gleamio.
Yeah. Rubentus is pretty deep too, actually. Evolving now.
Yeah, we've got all 3 Piplup runners.
Ahead of all 3 Chimchar
yeah.
runners.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
We'll see after, see if that's still the case after Gardenia.
Sure. Yeah, Gardenia will definitely shake things up a bit.
Just thinking about that 85%, now I'm just thinking like, okay, to beat Gardenia, you just have to hit a Fire Blast. It doesn't sound that bad.
Right, it's just one. Something like that.
I don't think we've mentioned it yet, really, but we manipulate a Kricketot to... Kricketot can have a metronome, and metronome... it, like, for every consecutive move you use, it boosts the damage, I think by 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And Piplup, especially in the early game, loves to spam either, like, Bubble or Pluck, so it ends up actually being really helpful.
Yeah, the metronome from Kricketot is one of the big things that lets Piplup have an easier time in the early game. A big reason why people think that Piplup in Platinum Manipulus is just not viable at all is because you're not going to get a metronome, basically. It's just way too unlikely to ever even like really consider going
Rival
for,
2
or
sounds so
for.
bad.
Yeah.
Without the metronome.
No, it's pretty cooked.
Yeah, I don't know about Piplup being better for Manipless.
Trust. I have no proof, I have no evidence. Just trust the vibes. Well, then maybe you would like the Piplup run. I personally love Fire Blast, which is why I enjoyed Coliseum too. Doing stuff like having like a Fire Blast miss counter on your splits is fire. I love Fecal Leaf Sushi.
Doesn't Kahlo also have like competitive starter options? Like you can either choose Croconaw or Quilava.
I don't think so anymore. I think Quilava is like definitively better now. One of the things that made Croconaw better is that if you're not using hidden power, like if you don't have the right hidden power for your Espeon, which is grass, then Croconaw being able to surf all of the rocks helps out a lot. But when you have hidden power grass anyway, Quilava becomes much more viable. I think Zeke has still gotten really good times with Croconaw though. And I think Zeke has like won races against Quilava runners using Croconaw. So I would say it's similarly viable, but not for like world record or
Right.
super top time.
How do Kahlo races work? Do they just start once both people get Minib?
I think they use a backup save. There's like a specific save setup that I think they tend to use for races.
Right.
Oh
no!
dude!
That's unfortunate.
Yep, and that is why people lament the Piplup route, because you get past Rourke, you're feeling pretty good, you get past that stupid ass Pachirisu fight, you get past Mars, you get through all of this stuff, and then Gardenia just crits you, and it's like, okay, ooga goo goo, Piplup dies, you know? Yeah, Piplup is very talented at dying.
Surely the same won't happen to March.
Yeah, where did March go? Oh, there we go.
Does history repeat itself?
Just one! Okay.
That's
and that kills, alright, nice. Let's go. I wonder, they probably carry this HP. I assume. I don't know if you read the
It's Torrent, so I think you want Torrent for the Zubat.
Yeah.
Bent is back on the main screen. Does not have Minip. Be passing these spinners manually.
Oh, I didn't notice that Rubentus dropped Minute. Okay. This is interesting too. I like watching sort of the backup. You get that repel. Don't think you normally get that. March run is so bad. Yeah, but if March finishes, then a run is a run, you know? A 5th place. It's gonna be 1st place by default. Need you guys to lock in.
Chilling with that 61 beats per minute heart rate. That's very lucky.
That's true. whenever I see like a runner heart rate monitor, it's actually so cool. It makes me want to improve my cardio, because I imagine my results would be worse, maybe. I think Rubentus is getting a bit flushed because we're talking about him.
I doubt he has the stream open.
The heart rate's up to 80. Or maybe in the runner hangout they're talking about something.
Yeah, he got into running. I also run a lot. It's just really good for the body health. And I think he did it to lose a lot of weight. Now he's just continuing it. It's a good hobby.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's actually really cool how a lot of the time you can do oh yeah, Rubentus got paralyzed too. Once you like build up the habit, it's not just for the goal anymore, it's just I don't know. I respect that a ton. I think the human body is a fucking crazy machine.
Yep. Oh, this is not ideal.
Yeah, Miss Egg Bomb is really cringe.
I absorb as well. Surely gets through para, but oh no, flecked it. Missed heal again because he's in spark range. I don't even think Pachirisu's guaranteed to go for spark against Prinplup here. I could be wrong. But I think he could have targeted either Chansey or Prinplup.
Yeah. And I realized I think I was wrong about the torrent because you don't have to fight any trainers in this tower in Platinum. That's like the most egregious thing so far.
I was talking about like Zubat against Jupiter. She leads with it.
Right. Yeah, I think they ended up healing anyway.
Yeah, in TP you have to fight like 5 different, like 3 trainers in here. The layout is completely different.
Yeah.
And in Platinum you can just skip them all. Because you can't leave Eterna, or you can't leave Eterna without getting the Explorer's Kit. You don't actually use it at all, but like the NPCs will tell you, hey, you should get your Explorer's Kit if you try to leave. And you can't even deathbang. You can't even like warp to another center if like by dying, because I think after beating Jupiter, the game sets your respawn point to Eterna. So it basically forces you to get it.
I actually didn't know that. That's really funny.
It'd be really cool if you could like die and then respawn in like Orberg after getting the bike or something. I don't know if that would be faster. But no, you just have to get it. Now you have to get it in DP as well.
I will be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah, teleport would be cool as well. March still has Manip. That's crazy. I didn't think he still had it. Very impressive. Yeah, it's mostly because I guess just having access to fly is usually you get fly pretty late in most games. I don't know if that Metatite encounter was. No, okay, I think he lost Minip somehow, so he's gonna have to repel. I don't know where he lost it, maybe because he had Minip up until entering the cave, so I'm not sure what happened. But like having RNG manipulation here helps a lot with just like the spinners, because instead of having to wait for that spinner to turn, you can just have him always be looking away when you pass him. And so just keeping Minip for as long as possible just saves a lot of time. Rubentus also about to go into Gardenia. Watch the heart rate monitor. March playing that spinner very safely. I think he was wary of his repel wearing off. He didn't want the repel text to show up in front of the spinner.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back. Just in time for Gardenia.
Yep. I wouldn't miss Rubentus on Gardenia for the world.
Got Fantina, the French gym leader.
Are you familiar with French at all? As a...
I spoke it like... I did like French immersion. But that's about it. I was actually considering going to Montreal this week, but I probably should have gone, but then I wouldn't be able to commentate this, so... Because my parents went as well, and they invited me.
Well, we're happy you're here with us, observing these amazing runs.
Yes.
These very fast and speedy pip-up runs that are very good.
The Fantina gym puzzle is interesting in that it, like the actual tile locations and like the rooms that you're supposed to enter are RNG based, but they're determined by your starting seed, or they're determined at the start of the run. So as long as you don't like reset, they'll always have you'll always know where they're going to be, even if you don't have Minip. Fantina is kind of a bad fight. Miss Maggie has outspeeds you and can go for Confuse Ray. So hopefully March gets through. Got two very exciting fights on stream right now, actually.
tapped in. Okay, snaps it out.
The death drop, but I think this.
Yeah, I think the drop is one here.
Just gonna take that.
Yeah.
I think you have to kill off one. There's like anyways.
What
PG
happened?
ran. You have to kill off your slaves anyway for at least one of them. Ideally, you only have people alive after rival 3, as you want to avoid a double battle.
Right.
So it's not as bad as it seems.
Yeah, I think. Whether this is one or what.
I think you usually take death against rival 3, so definitely want one alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for punch here, he wants to fight that. He's healing. That is not.
Wow.
That is. Okay.
That's pretty cringe.
And.
Did her Ventus? Yeah.
Yeah, Ventus also died. The audio.
Yeah, how is the audio okay? Is my audio okay?
Yeah, it might be something with the stream.
Alright. It sounded fine, I just unmuted it, so I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that was a pretty bad Fantina fight for March, but he made it through.
He did make it through.
It's rival 3, I think. He'll be in a good position.
Okay, that might just be my microphone. I'll try to reposition it. I don't know. Unless it was both of us, then... Okay, well then never mind. Alright, and so now March has a pretty huge lead in terms of run depth. It seems like every fight is going poorly for March, but not a death, so...
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't know if this withdraw is common. I feel like I mostly see this fight.
It can happen, yeah. He was talking... He was... I think it's 1 in 3. It depends on your HP, but that is a very good fight. Wow.
Yeah.
I think he still has the switch here because he's in quick attack range, heal. But yeah, that's a very, very good rival 3. So yeah, as mentioned, you just want to sack off all of your pokes except for Primplup, so that you can avoid the upcoming double battle. I think there's like there's one double battle, but there's like movement that you'd have to do differently if you had 2 Pokemon on the rain route. There are quite a few spinners on this route. Be wary. March knows all the spinner setups though, so killing it.
Okay, that should be the last of my interruptions for a while. Rubent is 41 heart rate in his sleep last night. Wow. Crafted, taking some missteps.
Let me fix that. It's +2.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if Crafted dropped Minute earlier, actually.
I don't know if he'd be continuing.
But it looks like he is going for Monferno, I think.
Don't you always go for Monferno?
Battle Minute, right? Unless
no,
Crafted.
That's in any percent, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you
Oh, shoot. You know what? You're right. I'm completely cooked right now. Don't listen to me. Listen. I'm gonna blame it on me getting up and down like 4 times. I gotta work on my cardio or something. That's making me forget how everything works.
I do think that like if you were able to do Rourke with Chimchar, like find a viable low EXP route, then I think Chimchar would be better than Piplup, but because it would mean avoiding fighting like 3 optionals, but it's kind of woozy.
Yeah.
And like it's not just Rourke that's worse, it's like every fight after Rourke until you get the lucky egg. So I don't know, it's hard to say.
Yeah, there's no hidden power in Platinum.
What did they replace? Did they replace it with a potion? Is that what it is?
I think so. It's something not useful at all.
Tragic.
Yeah, it's just a potion. Which is funny. That's one of those changes where it's honestly just kind of confusing. Like, why even get rid of hidden power?
Yeah, like hidden power is only good if like you manipulate it. And you have to know what hidden power you have, and it has to be like relatively high. Like,
yeah, it's usually a pretty useless move when you're like casually just romping through the game.
Yeah. And Crafted actually dying to Rourke, but crit is unfortunate.
Yeah.
A lot of Rourke deaths today.
Yeah. Even with, Monferno and whatnot, it's still a rough fight. Oh, and March I'm pretty sure this Driftbloom can cause some problems sometimes.
It can use like Ominous Wind, and if it gets the boost,
If it gets the boost,
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think for Chimchar route, it's just a harder section. Piplup gets a lot of help there through the rain.
Yeah. So it's basically just March now.
Yeah, this is a March Let's Play right now, or March is gonna no reset this for sure.
He would never no reset a run. It's not that type of guy.
I'm holding out for a hero. We need somebody on the leaderboard.
I'm curious what his pace is.
Yeah, actually, it is weird watching this without having the splits or anything. I have like a very, very, very general knowledge of how things could be going. Actually, maybe I'll pull up the PB and just take a look.
Yeah, what's record Maylene?
Oh, record Maylene is... Let's see.
Just get record splits.
Record Maylene is 118.40, so... not doing too great compared to record.
Dude, I hate how you still can't search Pokemon on speedrun.com. Like, you have the fucking accent E is... How have they still not fixed that?
They still haven't fixed this.
That's...
And it seems like March's PB was a 120.18 Maylene.
And his PB, I should probably know this.
338.
Okay. So he's on comfortable sub 340 pace. Maybe not that. I mean,
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah, I usually just type in the abbreviation into the URL these days.
Yeah, I know like the PKMN, and I know most of the URLs, but no, it is not. Or maybe it is, but like most people don't know the alt codes or whatnot. Heatran.
Yeah, it's got a learning curve for sure.
I think on French keyboards you press like... Is it the... You press one key and then you press another, and it just inputs an E, I think. I think French people use Azerty as well.
Oh really? I didn't know. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, the one upside of being a French PSR runner. Just kidding. Alright, time for Maylene. I don't even I'm gonna open the notes because I don't remember this fight too well with Piplup. Right, it's you can get Force Palm from Lucario, I think.
Yeah.
Paris are in trouble.
This fight is also cooked. But looking decent. Let's see.
Is there a French PSR podcast? It's not aware of this.
Okay.
Pretty clean fight.
You gotta learn French to keep up with Pokemon speedrunning.
You learn French, you'll get addicted to Heart Gold Manipulus.
That's true.
That's all they run.
it'll ignite my passion again.
I guess you already really like Manipulus, so...
Yeah, I'm already a little bit French in my taste categories. Hello, Dexy.
Dexy, thank you for the raid. This double fight's always interesting because Clefairy has Metronome, so you never know what could happen. Oh yeah, Zubat can go for Confused right here. I think with Chimchar it always uses Wing Attack. Super effective. Bring out!
Let's go.
No.
W Clefairy.
Insane.
Oh my lord.
Switched out to Kadabra.
This is certainly a unique fight.
Yeah. Oh, the Reflect as well.
Alright, nice fight, March. Ring out was very funny. I wasn't sure that would kill. That's silly. Looks like Woodland is back to runs. Did someone beat Gardenia yet? Yeah, we got March on a decent run here. What if I like?
It's been back for like 20 minutes now.
Yeah. sometimes taking a little break for the mental. You gotta, gotta breathe, gotta learn, figure out what's going on, and get back to it. Maybe I should like hype up the March run really hard, because I'm sure March is not super happy about the run.
Yeah, I think the furthest run we've seen is, was it from Woodland?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he made it to Rival 5.
Yeah, he was in like Canalave or whatever.
Tricky movement coming up as well. I'm sure Archie's got it though. But yeah, I mean, Piplup at this point is quite good. I don't... Like, Wake isn't really an issue. Like,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like, Piplup is... Like, the last bad fight was Maylene. So...
Yeah, Grass Knot is quite good. And then you're not really, like, in a ton of danger.
It's a little bit scary there with the bonk. But yeah, it looks like smooth sailing until the fog route.
Yeah, we had quite a few deaths in the past 30 minutes.
Yeah, Crafted lost his last run to Rourke.
Oh, I just thought... I think I hallucinated. Alright, so we're gonna evolve here, and I feel like once you get Empoleon, it's just like you let out a sigh of relief.
Yeah, and then once you get the specs, it's very laid back.
Yeah, I feel like March has a pretty good line toward like finishing a run. As long as nothing too crazy happens. There's still a couple problematic fights, but
yeah, like I mean, I think it's mostly fog route and also Candace and the Electabuzz on the snow route can both go poorly, but you're still heavily favored to win all those fights.
Right.
Nothing compared to like Rourke.
Yeah.
And yeah, Empoleon being part steel means that it's that Razor Leaf doesn't hit for super effective damage, which is huge against that Grotto. Alright, Skoa going back into the Glameow fight. Surely second time around it'll go better. That's not true though. We had Woodland on a run.
Right. Yeah, Woodland was actually ahead of this point.
Yeah. Unfortunately died to missing a Fire Blast.
Yeah. At least from what we've seen, there was a good chunk of time that we missed out on, I think.
Skoa once again just getting absolutely destroyed by that Glameow.
Yeah. Yeah, like Lemia does not play around.
Did I'm not even paying attention to Skoa's. Did he get right. Does he have an antidote?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's DP any percent that you like risk getting toxic.
Yeah. One of those instances where you're just like, please don't.
Skoa making it through. Not a horrible fight.
Yeah.
I believe Bubble actually still does less than Pluck after a few metronomes, despite it being Stab and in Torrent, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, Bubble is just the most... it's the silliest move ever.
Yeah, like imagine if Piplup started with Water Gun, like every other starter.
Yeah.
Starter.
Such a weird decision.
Doesn't it learn Water Gun in the remix?
In BDSP, I think
Oh,
it...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I wasn't sure if it started with water gun or if they boosted water gun's base power. It's one of the two, I think. Like I think.
No,
sorry, bubble. I mean, bubble's base power.
Yeah, it just learns water gun at level 6.
Level
Instead.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that because whenever BDSP came out, it was a question actually of whether Piplup could be better again. Even in like a Diamond and Pearl remake. But that ended up not being the case. BDSP has a really weird routing history. I couldn't confidently say what it is right now. I think it's Kaza, but I'm not 100% sure. I know they were using Kaza for a while. Which is the traded Abra.
Yeah, I guess because of the boosted experience.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like World Record does use Kaza.
Oh yeah, they reworked the underground in the remix as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like Scyther and whatnot. For Brilliant Diamond, I think. That was a route. And then the glitched route was... That's probably some of the most fun I've had in PSRs when people were...
The glitched route progression, I remember following that, just seeing the time go down 20 minutes every day.
Yeah, no, it went down by so many big chunks. I've always been pretty curious about the glitched categories with like restrictions on stuff for BDSP. It just sucks that all this stuff ended up getting patched, so like it's all sort of weird. Like glitched all badges seems interesting as a run.
Right.
Assuming you're doing the fights, because I mean there's fight skip. But I mean that's also interesting, I guess.
I think it's just difficult to like draw the line between.
Right. It's such a broken
what
game.
glitches do you allow and what do you not allow?
Yeah.
Which I think is a kind of a big reason why Platinum Any Percent is so cool, because you can skip a lot of things, but you still have to, play the game. Tweaking isn't as broken as it is in DP.
Right. Yeah, Platinum Glitched is a top tier category. It is fun. I'm checking the BDSP category extensions, and it's funny how many runs are in the crash percent board. There are like 27 submissions. So many times that are just under a minute. Just boot up the game and it crashes.
You can't remove Switch updates, can you? At least not on not without custom firmware.
Yeah, and I think even then it's hard, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's always been like a looming concern of mine with like the newer games ever running them. Like if a patch comes out, your time might be like devalued, or a record might not be possible anymore if you don't have like custom firmware, or if you don't, etc. That's what I like about the DS, just like the older games. Everyone's playing the same version. Although I guess Gen 3 has those weird mechanics with like faster center load times or something. If you use like a wireless adapter. predictions on Piplup / Chimchar leaderboard at the end of the Blitz. I think that Chimchar will be out on top, but I don't know. March has a pretty good run going right now.
March has a pretty good run going, and I feel like Skoagogo just keeps getting on runs. So I feel pretty confident about Piplup, to be honest, but I guess we'll have to see. I feel like on paper, Chimchar should do better in a setting like this, but also, in a setting like this, you're able to, you know, grind out a ton of resets too, so who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't give exact like leaderboard placements. Not yet anyways. It's too hard to say. Like Crafted is very rusty. March seems like he knows what he's doing. I think we have to give it some time.
Yeah.
See how the others are playing as well.
March did just try to teach Fly to Empoleon.
Streamer curse. Commentator curse.